Hello, you guys, and welcome back to the Love Letters from Lakin podcast. Today, we have the pleasure and privilege of having my best friend, Kennadi, on the pod.
Yes.
Yeah, we're going to get into how we met today, some fun memories. We actually Kennadi just told me the other day that we've officially been friends for a decade.
Yeah.
10 years. So, we'll get into that and how we met, because it's a really good story. It's a really good story, and just kind of how our relationship and our friendship has progressed over the last 10 years. And we're also going to get into a little bit about Kennadi's music career and all about where she goes to school and everything about the industry.
Okay.
And Nashville. Okay, so Kennadi, tell us a little bit about yourself. Sorry, hard-hitting questions.
Hey guys, I'm Kennadi. My main job is being Lakin's best friend.
That's so true.
I will say it's a full-time job.
And momager.
Oh. I'm just kidding. No. I don't know where to. I guess just hi. Hi.
It's okay. Hi.
Hi. I'm 21 years old. I grew up with Lakin here in Missouri, and then I do music. Not full-time, but that's the goal. I live in Nashville, and I go to Belmont University, and it's so fun, and I've always loved music and loved creating, and so I'm like, why not do it for a living?
For our listeners who may not know, tell us what Belmont University is. Like, what? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So Belmont is a university in Nashville, Tennessee. It's actually a private Christian university, which is crazy because I feel like you just wouldn't even assume that visiting. It's very not like Christian presenting.
Yeah.
Anyway, I am a songwriting major and a music business minor. They're very much known for their music business school. And yeah, it's the most beautiful campus. It feels like you're walking in a country club.
It is beautiful.
So beautiful. But yeah, that's Belmont.
Okay. Let's I'm forgetting the course of the episode. Okay. Let's do our weekly report.
Okay, perfect.
So, you guys know the drill, but I'm going to have to kind of guide Kennadi through the report because she's never done this before. You guys know that I do a little bit, different version of the normal weekly report. So, I'm just different like that.
You're different.
You know, I just am trying to stand out amongst all the other wonderful creators here in Springfield, Missouri. No. Okay. Reports. First one is releasing. So for this one, I normally talk about music that has released or even a music video. Sometimes I do movies or TV shows or any feelings that you've released in the past week or so. So what would you say?
Well, definitely Charlie's remix.
Charlie XCX Brat remix
Sympathy is a Knife.
Sympathy is a Knife with Ariana Grande. One thing you should know about Kennadi and I, we are Ariana stans.
Insert maybe a little.
I'll insert a photo of us. From the concert.
So let's talk. Well, okay. Maybe let's talk about this.
Oh no.
So Lakin and I have been friends for a decade.
Yes.
Ariana stans.
Yeah.
We both had accounts for her. It was bad.
Stan accounts.
Anyway, it was Dangerous Woman era, and I think she was touring. Yeah, was she touring Dangerous Woman?
Mm-hmm, she was.
And the Manchester event happened, the bombing in Manchester, and
if you guys don't know what that is, at her Manchester concert, there was sadly a bomb that went off in the venue, in the arena, and several fans passed away. It was very heartbreaking.
Yes. And of course, it tore Lakin and I up.
It did, yeah. And, we were young.
We were young.
We were truly trying to do this in the most kind, supportive way.
So we decided to write a song about it. Let me actually just pull up something really quickly.
Yeah.
I just want to read the
caption.
The caption for this video.
We posted this on YouTube, by the way.
Fully on YouTube. The title of it being Manchester Event Tribute Song, written by and sang by Lakin Olmsted and Kennadi Russell, and we titled it Broken. The caption is, "This is a tribute song broken. To all the injured and broken and lost souls that were involved in the catastrophic event that took place May 22nd, 2017.
Oh my God.
The bombing of the beloved Ariana Grande event/concert arena in Manchester, UK. Hopefully this sends out a somewhat positive outlook, or the song is relatable in ways. It hurts my, our hearts. That Ariana Grande's heart hurts.
No, our.
I'm deeply in sorrow for the innocent lives that were taken from this earth. Hopefully they are in a much better place. We all know that there are better days and that we're gonna be all right. Love, love you, Ariana. Period. Breathe. Period. Thank you. I mean,
And like
I won't be playing
we were so young and like such huge fans that we didn't.
I really thought Ariana was gonna see it.
We were fully convinced that she was gonna see it and that she was gonna be like, "Thank you guys so much." Like,
It was bad.
it was. Anyways, that was a heartbreaking event.
Yeah.
And we just wanted to shed some light on it.
Yeah, if that just gives you a glimpse into like
Yeah.
how hard we went for, and we still
We still ride
Ariana.
for her. Like, that's
We
my
ride.
girl.
I will always ride for her.
That's my girl.
Point is, Sympathy is a Knife.
Yes.
Featuring Ariana. So good. I
So
can't stop
good.
listening to it.
What's cool about Charlie XCX is, well, she's always been ahead of the game for like all of her time in creating music. This remix album, what she does with remixes is she completely transforms the song and like reverbs it and gives it a whole new meaning and like outlook. Like she will even like twist, like change the meaning of lyrics and give the song a whole new meaning. Yeah. And I love that about her because most of the time remixes, Toby, he wants out. Most of the time remixes, you know, someone just throws like another artist on it and they have like a line, like a verse. But she truly transforms the entire track. It's a completely new album, like in the best way. I'm gonna let him out.
Okay.
Moment, guys. Love you. Okay. Yeah, releasing definitely Brat. I also want to preface you guys that this episode is sort of like filmed in advance, so you guys will have already watched my episode from last week about 22 things I learned at 22, and so that's going to contain most of my life updates and like updated things and stuff, so I won't get into too much about what's been going on lately because you've already heard it. So, okay. Are you done with that one?
Yes.
Okay, experiencing. So this one is like, okay, what have you been experiencing this past week? Any feelings, any new events that have happened? Like, yeah, you know.
I've been feeling and experiencing. I feel like this just season of my life has been so good, and like get like new friendships and new experiences, and I feel like things just keep happening and lining up, and I'm like, oh my god, like how is this happening type of thing. And I feel like extremely lucky. I feel like that is like my word for the season is like luck. Like I feel like I've just been feeling so lucky, and I feel like the more I say I'm feeling lucky, the luckier I become, and like the more God like works in my life. I don't know, it just like it feels very good, and I just feel very happy and content of where my life is going. And I don't know, I feel like my roommates are incredible. I've been like getting so close to different people and like getting closer to my existing friends. And it's just been, I don't know, I think just such a season of luck. I don't know.
Wow. I like that you have a word for it. My word for this
just
season
made that up.
would probably
Just thought
I'm
of
gonna
it.
start like doing that. Like that's
Thought of it.
like what's the word for your season? I love that. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm also her social media.
Yes, she helps me. Yeah, she does a lot. I feel like my word for the season would be drunk. No, I'm kidding, guys. Probably lost. No, okay, excited.
Lost in the thrill of it all.
Okay, so that was a lot.
I feel like your word is navigating.
Ooh. Wow. Yeah.
Your word for
No,
you.
I like that. Why would you say that? You think?
Like, can you tell me, like, if I died, can you tell me, like, what you would do if I died? I'm sorry. You were just like, tell me.
I would. I
This is a
would
joke.
go too. It's like, what do you mean?
This is a joke because Lake and I are
We're both very
we need
anxious. We need like what's the word?
Affirmation.
We need affirmation. What's validation?
Validation.
We both need validation so horribly.
Yeah.
Like
yeah. But point is I think that I feel like it's navigating is your word because like you're just trying to figure it out. Like I feel like you're going through waves of like contentness, but then like questioning, and you're just like in a season of navigating what you're gonna do in the future, like how navigating like your everyday life and like how, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that's perfect. I also wanted to tell you guys that when you guys are listening to this, it's this weekend that I'll be going to see Kennadi in Nashville. I'm so excited. We may or may not record again. You'll see. I don't know. You'll just have to wait and see. Super excited for that, though. I haven't been up to Nashville in ages, and I always have the best time there, and we're just going to have so much fun. It's
going to be so fun.
I literally cannot wait. Like, it's all I can think about. Okay, what were we on? Experiencing. Okay, next one is playing and watching.
Okay.
So what are you watching? What are you binging lately?
Do you want to go first?
Yeah, I can go first. I have been watching Outer Banks Season 4, and also playing Hogwarts Legacy on Nintendo.
Amazing. I just finished. Have you finished it yet?
I'm on the last episode.
I finished it. I'm excited for part 2.
Yeah.
I won't say anything else.
No spoilers.
I will say, like, I feel like Outer Banks is just kind of like the same plot happening over and over.
I kind of agree.
I love Outer Banks. I really do. Like, it's so cheesy, but I love it. I feel so like... just finished that. Or sorry. You're fine. What was
I feel like this season feels different.
Yeah.
Like it's just not the same.
Boring.
Yeah. I'm like, I literally was in the middle of the last episode today and I fell asleep. So, okay, but still, you guys should still watch it if you're, like, a fan. You gotta know what happens.
True.
Definitely want to see everyone's happy ending.
But... I also think, like, I keep thinking about how Madeline Klein and Chase Stokes aren't dating anymore. And how they had to film it when they weren't dating. And I just, like, I feel like there's, like, a visible chemistry that's not there. And I just, I don't know. I just feel like... I don't know. I think I'm also just, like, a psychoanalyzer. Like, I psychoanalyze everything.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. But yeah, so I watched that, but also I started watching the Menendez brothers thing, which is, I really think they need to put like a 13 Reasons Why disclaimer on it.
Probably.
Like, it is a true story, so like I think maybe they just assume everyone knew, but it is dark, and I think like even though we knew the story, the general story, I think that the way they went about it in the show was just really intense. And I know like the Menendez brothers did not like it how they produced it.
Really?
Yeah. But it's a really good show. Toby's here. It's a really good show.
No.
And it's a very good show. But I have not finished it, so I'm kind of in that right now. But it's crazy.
Yeah, and after Kennadi told me about it, I told her I was never going to watch it ever, so I will not be partaking in that. Back to the Outer Banks thing, I, like, had a different view on it. To me, it looks like they have the same chemistry on screen, but also you may be better at picking that up than I do.
Interesting. Yeah. I think, like, I also keep up with Kelsey and Chase.
Right.
Like, and it's been so long since the last season that I'm just so used to them, like, in their normal state and not like their characters. Anyway.
All right. Obsessing. What are you obsessing over? It can literally be anything. Like, it could even be like a toothpaste that you like. A meal, a hyperfixation.
Yes.
A candle.
I would say...
For me,
yeah, go ahead.
For me, I'm obsessing over my trip to Nashville. Like, it's all I can think about like recently.
Really?
Like, just like I'm so excited to get there.
So excited. Yeah. I hate to say this, but like I've been obsessed with my life lately. I know
that's like, good.
But like I've been in the dumps and and I've been through a lot, and I just feel so content right now, and I'm honestly just obsessed with my life. Like, everything that I do with my friends and my, like, people, I'm always, like, doing, like, we're always just doing fun things, like, romanticizing life, and I feel like if you're not romanticizing your life, like, what are you doing? Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I've just been obsessed with my life lately, which is like, I'm so grateful.
That's so good.
Because that's so, I don't know.
That's a special thing.
Yeah, it's a special
I feel
thing.
like it's a rare thing.
Yeah.
In these days. So that's.
Totally.
Yeah, you made it out on the other side.
Yeah, totally. Totally.
So happy for you. Reading. I'm not reading. I'm reading absolutely nothing. Like, guys, I'm in the biggest reading slump ever, and my like reading app, which I told you guys last week that I'm not using Goodreads anymore. I'm using, I think it's called like Fable. What did I tell you guys it was called? I remember I did a whole like rant about this app because I love. Yeah, it's called Fable. Let's just check and see how many books I need to read per month, but like until the end of the year to finish my reading goal. You guys know that my reading goal for this year was 50 books. I currently have 33.
Oh my god.
And it's telling me that, let's see.
Well,
it should tell me
28. 27.
27. No, 17.
Is it really?
Yeah. Because 33 plus 7 is 40.
This is
It says your longest reading streak began on October 3rd and lasted 1 day. That's like since downloading this app because like anyways, okay. This is fun though. It gives you like a bunch of analytics. So my average rating like of how I've rated books this year is a 4-star. So like the reading scale is like 1 to 5 stars. So average rating is 4. It says I've read 31. Wait, it says I've read more literary fiction than romance, which is kind of interesting. That's different for me. I read 15 fantasy books this year.
Wow. I haven't read anything.
Yeah. At all this year?
I tried to pick up, what's it called? Your favorite book of all time?
Throwing Glass.
No.
Fourth Wing?
No. The Alchemist? Maybe it's not.
The Alchemist! Yeah. I love that. That's like my favorite, like...
One of your favorites.
Yeah.
I tried to pick that back up to start reading it. Didn't work. I definitely read this year, for sure. Yeah. Oh my god, wait, yes. I read Fourth Wing and Iron Flame. Or no, I didn't finish Iron Flame. But I think I'm gonna read.
She DNF'd.
I think I'm gonna reread Fourth Wing because it's so like fall to me.
Yeah, it's a good one.
And it's so good. It's so good.
I found my reader insight. It says, keep it going. You'll want to read 8 books per month to hit your goal before the end of the year. Guys, I fear that I may not hit my reading goal. I don't know if I can do it. The most books I read in a month this year was 5.
How many books do you have?
How many books do I have? Like, have I read? Left, 17.
Okay, so you could do 5, or you could do 6. No, 5 the rest of this month. Oh, shit. And then
I don't know if it's going to work, guys. February and July were my biggest reading years, it says. So in February, I read 5 books. In July, I read 5 books.
That's insane.
Last month, I read 4, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
And 3 of those I finished in a week. So
love.
I just have to be in the right mood for it. Like,
yeah.
That's the thing. I'm such a mood reader. You guys know this. So I actually did start reading Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber, but it's just like, it's a young adult book and it just seems really young adult to me. Like it's not, I feel like I've read a lot of more complex books this year. Like I read the entire Throne of Glass series. So like obviously that's very complex. And I just feel like Once Upon a Broken Heart, it just was not grabbing my attention. I read like 200 pages of it and then I DNF'd it and now I'm like in a slump. So
there you go.
That's reading. All right, let's do treating. So what are you treating yourself to? Personally, I need to stop spending money. So I have not been like, after all my birthday things, I'm like, I cannot spend any more money.
You've been
treating. Like I've been treating for the past month.
I feel like, can I do like what I need to be treating me?
Yeah.
What I need to be treating myself is I just generally need to like, I think, treat myself more. Not like spending money, but just taking care of myself. Like this last month has been hard because I was sick for like 2 weeks. So I've just been neglecting like my body and like neglecting like what I'm feeding my body and movement. And like I try to like move every day and like whether that's going on a walk or working out or whatever. And I haven't been. So I need to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, me too.
Yeah.
I have been like trying to walk every day and sometimes I stick with it, but sometimes I get home from my morning shift and I just want to pass out.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I totally get that. Well, you did it. You did the weekly report. Good job. Big breath.
Yes!
Okay, now I want to get into how we met. So I'm going to let you tell the story of how we first kind of like became friends.
So Lakin and I, we kind of knew each other. So we went to different middle schools. I mean, I guess it's not really important where we went, but like,
But basically, we went to 2 different middle schools, and when you get to 7th grade, those schools merge together.
Yes.
At the junior high.
Which becomes, the junior high. Or like, I guess that, I don't know, some people say that's
some
middle
people,
school.
Yeah, like it's different everywhere.
Whatever. To me, it's all kind of middle school. But, anyway, and so Lakin was like in the popular group.
Popular.
I gotta be popular. Lakin was in like the popular crowd, and I was like, oh God, I'm kind of obsessed with her. I think we followed each other on Instagram.
Yes.
But we had our first hour class together, and it was science with Miss Harris.
She was the best.
She was a kooky girl.
Yeah, she was kooky, but she was so fun.
And it was me, you, and Brittany.
Yes.
And it was so fun, and we like would play Minecraft and do random stuff. Minecraft. She showed me New Romantics by Taylor Swift. Well, anyway, I basically found out through the grapevine.
My feet stink. I'm sorry.
I don't smell it at all.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Basically, I found out through the grapevine that Lakin was having a birthday party, and I went up to her in the hallway, and I was like, hey, like...
During, like, our 5-minute passing period time.
Invited myself to her birthday.
And I remember it so well. Like, you're like, hey, I heard you're having a birthday party. Like, can I come? Like,
and you were like, yeah! You're so nice. And I was like, okay, perfect. Yeah. So I'll be there.
Did you ever... So, whenever I would throw birthday parties, like, my parents would give me, like, a limit on people, you know?
Really?
They would be like, you can only invite, like, 20 people.
Yeah.
And I'd always exceed it and just, like, not tell them. I'd be like, oh, well, like, one more person's coming.
You would have, like, big parties.
I had huge birthday parties when we were young.
Huge. Like, all the groups.
All of our grade would go. All of our girl and guy friends were there. And it would be, like... The guys would be hanging out separate. No, honestly, we had always had good guy friends that would, like, interact with us, too.
Yeah, interact with us. But, yeah, and...
That would actually speak to us.
I remember, she doesn't remember this, but I sat on her bed, and, like, oh my God, so pick me. Like, inviting myself to her birthday, then I sang on her bed. On your bed, I sang.
No.
I played... is it that guitar that I played?
Probably. That's
played that guitar and I played Taylor Swift. Because you had your like guitar chord Taylor Swift.
Yeah, the books. I still have those.
Yeah. And so I did that. And then, yeah, I mean, we kind of like were in, like, I feel like from then to like junior year of high school, we were kind of in and out of like friendship like with each other, but it wasn't like anything crazy. It's just like natural.
Yeah.
And of course, when you're friends with someone for a decade, like things happen. We're growing girls. But yeah, it was great. And I was just talking to Lakin, like fall, and her birthday specifically just reminds me so much of fall because there's just such like a nostalgic vibe with this season. And I always think of like what year was that, like 2016, dude, 2017 something, and it was like here Alessia Cara, Hotline Bling,
oh my God,
Taylor,
dude, that was like the best time 1989
for music. So much. It was so, and I just and that was when you were obsessed with 21 Pilots. And so all of that, I love listening to that music when this time comes around because it just reminds me of it. But I love celebrating Lakin's birthday. But yeah, that's basically how we met. And then, oh my God, we would have like sleepovers. We would play. Remember the Grog?
Okay.
You explain. Explain.
There is this game called the Grog, and I want to say that our friend Hannah Ford made it up. But
you have
basically,
lipstick on your teeth. You got it.
What do I do without you? Our friend Hannah, I almost said Hannah Grog.
Hannah Grog.
Hannah Ford made up this game called the Grog. And basically, okay, how do I even explain this? One person is the Grog, and it's supposed to be this, like, really creepy, scary, like, character, you know? And everyone... we would hide the parts of a flashlight around, like, someone's basement, okay? Or, like, specifically my basement in Kelby Creek. Like,
best basement
ever.
You know what's a good basement? When it has, like a big area with carpet.
Yeah, and, like, a fireplace, and it had, like, a little ledge in front of the fireplace. We had a full, like, kitchen down there and counter and everything and bar top. Anyways, we would hide the 3 pieces of the flashlight around the living room, and then we'd turn off all the lights. And the grog would be, like, hiding somewhere, like, ready to strike, okay?
Well, everyone would go...
Everyone had to be...
in a different room.
Yeah.
So everyone went in a different room, and the grog would hide the pieces of the flashlight, and then to make it more fun, the grog would, like, set up things, like, little, like, just random, like, traps, or, like,
yeah,
you know, like, just like we were kids, like...
obstacles.
Yeah, obstacles.
We had to play scary music. Yeah, we had to stay on the furniture if you weren't the grog. Like, you had to be on the furniture, because if you were on the ground, you were fair game to the grog. Like...
Oh, you remember that? I don't remember.
Yeah, we had to be on the furniture. So we'd be downstairs in my parents' basement, like, climbing the furniture on top of the countertops, like, looking for this flashlight. Oh my God. And the objective is to find all the pieces of the flashlight, put it together, and shine it on the grog, and that's how you win.
Which is just, like, thinking about it now is kind of silly.
No, but it was
also
so fun.
Like, so fun for, like, we were young, and it was just so fun. But that was so, like, all your sleepovers were so fun.
They were so fun.
I miss, like, big sleepovers.
I know, me too.
So fun.
Now it's like...
But, because now it's like we have to drink.
Let's get drunk and sleep over. We should play the grog drunk.
Yes.
That would be so fun.
Oh my God.
No, but we would get so into character if we were the grog. Like, we'd, like, put on scary makeup, like...
And then, like... multiple people would be the grog, and then we'd, like, set up, like, I remember one time, either it was me or somebody else, like, I have, like, an outside vision, like, an above vision of, like, one of us, like, put things, like, around us and was, like, rocking, sitting in the middle, like, rocking.
Oh my God. Like,
but it was so fun.
But it was so fun. I have, like, an eye booger, so that, you know, like, oh, I just, like, dug it out. Okay.
Oh, there you go. You got it.
I think there's something else in there. I have a sty.
You do?
It really hurts. It's on the inside here.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Did you get it all?
Yeah, I think. Actually, I don't know. Anyways, in that same house in the backyard, we had this hammock because we had these 2 trees that were perfectly
that just unlocked memory.
Apart. I know, and we had this permanent hammock, and then we would stack 2 other hammocks on top of it.
So that was crazy.
Triple-decker hammock, and we'd all just lay out there after school and, like, chat and laugh and, like...
Yeah.
It was so fun.
That was crazy.
I also had a trampoline in that backyard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you did.
Wow. That backyard was so slanted, guys. Like, there was no...
Wait, I think you had the trampoline was in the other one, no?
No, we had it at Kelby Creek, too, for a little bit.
Oh, wow.
And then we left it there.
Okay. Dang. Anyway, Lakin's birthday always reminds me of, like, fall times, and we had so much fun.
We also went to, flash forward, what year did we go to the Dangerous Woman tour together?
So that was 8th grade. No. Okay. 8th grade?
Yeah.
Or freshman year?
8th grade.
Okay, so I think it was spring of 8th grade. I have, like, a...
Yeah, it was in March.
Yeah, and... that was so fun.
Mm-hmm. We were screaming.
I don't remember. Was it Sweetener or Dangerous Woman that we found out that Cameron Boyce died?
Oh, that was Sweetener, I think.
So we also went to Sweetener together, which that was like
we went to we went to Sweetener together. Dangerous Woman, we went to different concerts.
No. Oh yes, yes. You're right. You're right.
Dangerous Woman.
Yes. So, but during Sweetener. Oh my God, that was so fun. I just remember when she started singing
God is a Woman.
God is a Woman.
We literally
like falling, shaking, falling on each other.
Falling over, like people thought we were crazy.
Oh my God.
Okay. Yeah, so after the Sweetener tour, we woke up the next morning and Kennedy goes, Cameron Boyce died.
Yeah.
And it was so sad.
It was so sad. We were all laying on the bed like this.
You and Ashley. Why were we laying sideways?
Because we thought it would fit more, but it was the most uncomfortable sleep of my life.
My feet were hanging off the
Yeah. But yeah, that was fun. Not the Cameron Boyce part.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Okay, let's move on. We're getting off track. I want to talk a little bit briefly about when we started a podcast together like years ago in high school.
Oh my God.
I want to talk a little bit about like our theater class and things like that.
Yes. So basically I started a podcast, I think it was junior year, and my friends, Parker, Pat, and Mike helped me come up with the name for it, and it was called Socially Awkward. And so I just started a podcast, and I was like, why not? It was during COVID times, so I just did it. I did it as a way to like make the time go by. It was super fun. And Brooklyn and Bailey actually shouted out my thing on their YouTube, which was crazy.
I forgot about that.
But then I kind of like took a big break from it. And then senior year, I was like, Lakin, why don't we just like rebrand the podcast and then do it together? So then we came up with Every Little Thing. Because
we talked about every little thing.
Every Little Thing. It was actually, that's such a cute like name. It is
really cute.
And so we started that, and we did that for a while. It was, like, pretty inconsistent, but it was so fun. But we would sometimes have, like, a friend on, or, like, we would talk about a lot. We talked about, like, we've had so many crazy moments together, but we talked a lot about, like, mental health and, like, our experiences together as, like, friends, and just what we were learning in class. Because, to segue, we took this class called Dual Credit Theater, but it was basically just an extra theater class. I was a huge theater kid in high school.
And Kennadi kind of introduced me to the realm of theater, which I've talked about before on here.
Yeah, and so that class was, like, incredible, because, wait.
What?
Oh, no, sorry. That freaked me out because I thought that this wasn't plugged in. It was like...
No, it's picking up. God, I was about to have a heart attack.
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Okay, we can cut that.
No, it's okay.
So...
I like to be raw and authentic.
I like to be raw and authentic.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was just like an extra... Like, you got college credit for it.
Yeah.
Which is actually transferred over to Belmont.
That's awesome. Yeah.
But anyway, it was so fun, and we learned so much in that class. We watched movies, we would analyze films, like we would do these crazy projects. We would study all of these different...
We did performance art as a project, which was so cool.
So cool. Just so many different people that we would study and like mimic and practice their art and their performances and all of that, and it was just so fun. And so
we wrote songs too and poetry.
We do slam poetry, it was so cool. And I think it was just such a formative experience for us both to have, and like made us both appreciate high school so much more, I think. I mean,
I will never ever stop speaking about that class. Like it truly changed like the way I view life. Mm-hmm. What was our definition of art?
I think I have it in my notes app.
While you're looking for that, every year in this class, which was it kind of a fairly new class? Or had she had it for a while? She's had it for a while. Okay, so every year she has each class write down and decide together their definition of art. Because that art can be interpreted in so many different ways. So it's probably really fun for her to like have all the different definitions over the years. But yeah, I really want to know what we put.
Wait. I can't find it, but I did find this note of
4th hour.
It was so basically the year before you were in it, because I took it for 2 years. We were virtual for the last bit because of COVID, and I had wrote this whole note about what the class had like taught me, and I said like look at the world differently. I've learned so much about art and performance art, and I said,
I feel like I have it somewhere.
Let me see. Art.
Like, I'm literally looking through my Google Docs right now. Guys.
Oh, I found it.
Oh, thank God.
Wait, it's one of these. This might be the year before. Human expression through a medium to be examined or perceived. Or the expression of a human concept through a medium to be examined or perceived.
I think that was both, just like, both things you jotted down from our year. Because I remember that. I think the first one is what we ended up going with.
Okay, got it. So, basically, we had, like, weeks where we were just all trying to come up with a definition. Like, if we were to make a Merriam-Webster definition of art...
I'm gonna sneeze.
Bless you! what would it be? And so we came up with human expression through a medium to be examined or perceived, which I think is perfect.
I think it's perfect too.
But yeah, we just like I don't know. It just it taught me so much. And
me too.
Shout out to Fleetwood and Glenn. We love you so much.
Toby, literally. Toby. Do you see that?
So
if you're watching on YouTube, Toby just jumped behind my bed. He'll get
That's
out.
so funny.
I think he does that a lot. Okay, we have got to get into my questions for you because we could honestly, guys, we could talk about our friendship.
This is why we might
do a part 2 because we have so much to talk about. There's so much we could go on about, but let's kind of get into some musical questions and questions about Belmont and your journey. So, when I actually want to start with, I didn't initially write this down, but I want you to give like a brief explanation of your, like, getting into Belmont. How did you decide, you know, like the whole money situation, if you feel comfortable, like just kind of the struggle of figuring out how you were going to go there and stuff.
So Belmont was a big thing. Like, it's an incredible school, and it's very expensive. So I never really thought that I was going to go and get into college. Not get in, but like go to college. I just didn't really think it was in my path. Like, I figured, I'll just do music and I don't know, maybe I'll move somewhere. And I honestly had no idea what I was going to do. I thought I was going to do theater for a while. But, you know, I have been writing songs since I literally was like 8 years old, and I would go in the backyard and write and then bring these songs to my parents, and they'd be like, oh my God, like this is cool. That we have a daughter that like can do that, not to like, I don't know, but just, like that can write music. And so I've always loved writing music, and I've always loved singing. And so I think just one day I was literally like Googling songwriting programs, or like not even songwriting programs. I just was like songwriting colleges and blah, blah, blah. And I had looked at AMDA, which is in LA. Or is it? Yeah, AMDA. Lambda? No, AMDA. Is it AMDA? I don't even know.
I didn't even know that
but
was.
But it's a conservatory, and I looked at that for a while, but I wasn't going to get like a real degree or anything. And then I found Belmont, and it literally was like the full package. It was a 4-year university. I would get the college experience. They had a songwriting major. What school has a songwriting major? Music business minor. Like, I was like, this can't be, you know, more perfect. And it was a really hard decision. I was in a relationship at the time, and I just didn't know. I knew that I wanted to go. I knew that. I had even taken a video a year. It was senior year, so I had taken a video prior, so junior year, of me and my mom, and being like, you're going to Belmont University, you're just speaking it into existence. We took a video, and my mom was like, you're not, like, even if you have a boyfriend, and I was like, there's no way I'm gonna have a boyfriend, and she was like, even if you have a boyfriend, like, you're going, you're not gonna let anyone stop you, you're going. Well, my mom, by the way, she was also all on board. She's an angel. She was like, I'll be on board, you just have to take out loans, because they can't pay for it. I was like, okay, I'll take out loans. Well, anyway, I was like, I'm set. So a year later, when I'm in that relationship, it was kind of hard because I was like, do I stay here? Do I go back? But now looking back, I mean, so glad I can't even, I really can't even imagine. Like, I love Springfield, and I love, Nixa will always be my home. Like, it will always be my home, but I truly believe that it takes one decision, and you just full send, and you do it, and it changes.
Toby. Oh, is he like dusty?
A little.
Dude, what were you doing?
I'm dead.
Okay.
And it changes the trajectory. I'm like spitting facts. So
yeah, like, no, please.
It changes the trajectory of your life. And I think also being in a new city, being forced to be broke, being forced to get a job, being forced to do all these things, like, it grows you in ways that, like, you can't, aren't even really explainable. It's just, it was the best decision I could have ever made. So I took out loans, and I have a bunch of loans, which I wouldn't recommend. However, I think, like, my entire Belmont journey has been the most wild and insane, like, slew of events that, like it's insane how the universe has like aligned things in my journey at Belmont and my journey at Nashville. Like I didn't think I could keep going, but then something happens and I have a scholarship. Like things just line up in ways that I'm like, wow, this is crazy. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of like how I got to Belmont.
I love it.
Yeah.
That was great. Okay, let's take it back to sort of the beginning of this. When did your love for music take root?
It's weird because like my parents never did music. My mom was in a band like later in life. It was just like a band with her church called the Daisy Bandits. And she but you know, my parents never were like super musical or anything, and neither was like anyone really in my family. And so, but I came out and I was just singing all the time, like singing. My mom always says that I sang before I could speak. Like I was just always singing around the house. Like we would sing to each other instead of speak. And I just fell in love with singing, and I fell in love, I think too, with like female pop stars. I knew from a very young age that I wanted to be in the entertainment industry, in the realm of whatever, because I loved it. I just became fascinated with the lights and the cameras and all of these things. I even like wrote a script for my family to play, and my dad fully like filmed this little short film that I like had written a script for. I just always loved entertainment, and I loved female pop stars. I was obsessed with Katy Perry when I was a little girl. Like I would sit in front of the TV and just watch the Katy Perry movie over and over and over again, and I just wanted to be her. I wanted what she had, and I wanted to be the center of attention, but I wanted to like I just fell in love with the glitz and the glam and the fairy tale and the storytelling. Like that's what I wanted to do. And I think Katy Perry was a huge influence on me. Taylor was too. But mainly like Katy Perry and Ariana. I just became obsessed with them and like their lives, and it looked so fun, and I was like, wow, I can like make this like a career. But yeah, I think I always have just loved it. Like I've just loved music, and I don't know what I would do without it.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's so, I feel like some of this stuff like I never even knew.
Really?
So that's really cool. Like I love hearing about it. Okay. We kind of went over why you chose Belmont. Do you regret it? No. Really not. I think you also touched on that a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. What is it like being in a city where everyone wants the same thing as you? How do you navigate that? How do you navigate comparison?
Yeah.
That's a loaded question, but
it's really hard. It's unexplainably hard. I think I chose a great city to start in because Nashville is such a great in-between city before you go to like New York or LA or one of the big ones, because it's just, you get a taste of what the city is like. Like you get just a taste of the vibe and everything.
The entertainment business.
Yes.
And the industry.
My freshman year, I was overwhelmed with comparison. I had shitty friends that were like making me feel bad about not being in like a better place with like, or pursuing my music more and stuff. Especially at Belmont, there's like this bubble of, and just any school, I think like there's just a bubble within schools, and specifically the music side of Belmont. And you just get caught up in like different hierarchies of like who's doing this and who's playing shows and who's doing rounds and who's doing the most and who's getting more streams and blah, 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 blah. And it becomes like it becomes really hard. But I think like I really had to let go of that, and I think I really did sophomore year. I just completely let go. And I think that like it takes courage to pursue artistry, and it takes courage to do what you love and to really try. And I think like you have to be confident, and you have to be okay with being cringy. You have to be okay with being the weird one in the room. You have to be okay with like, the thing is, I've always hated social climbing. Like when you walk into a room and everyone's like thinks they're cooler, that I've always hated it. And that's why I stayed away from like the popular group in high school. I went to theater. I was like, I feel safe here. And I've always just hated it. It makes me so mad when people have egos and people aren't afraid to, or like people are afraid to like be silly. It's one of my core values is literally just like have fun. I think, anyway.
Well, I want to, before you move on, I want to say that you helped me with that. Like, you changed that about me, because I used to be obsessed with, like, being popular and, like, having the most friends and, like, being invited to everything. And Kennadi really helped me, like, in my last couple years of high school to just really be me. Like, because I feel like I was always putting on a facade. Like, and you bringing me into the theater community, like, I was the happiest I ever was senior year because I spent senior year in the theater department.
And I will say, it took me a long time, even just within, like, high school. Like, it took me until senior year to be fully, like, myself and to feel embraced. So, all that to say, you are going to constantly be, like, looking at what other people are doing. I think it's really hard when you compare, like, yourself to somebody who's exactly your age, exactly like you're like a female, like if they're like on the same genre, it's really hard. That's a really hard comparison because it's like you're literally trying to pursue the exact same thing. I think like the only thing that you can do is have a good circle of friends that you feel embraced by, doing exactly what you love and like what comes out of you naturally, instead of trying to like do trends and do things. Like, it's really hard. Comparison is so hard. But if you just like close in and just focus on you, that's like the most basic thing to say, but like it's true. I really think confidence in I'm not even just like external confidence, like, but confidence in who you are as a person and what you want to create, and confidence in your friends and your surroundings and confidence in your life. It makes all the other stuff, like with trying to pursue, artistry or whatever, go away, because you're just confident in who you are, and like it doesn't matter.
You're inspiring me right now. You're really inspiring me right now. Like, wow.
Yeah. Oh,
wow. Okay. Okay. Which
is why I wrote the song Jamie.
Oh, yep, and we will be plugging, we will definitely be going over where you can stream her music and stuff towards the end of this episode, which we do need to start wrapping up soon.
Yes.
But how do you manage to make connections in a big city? What's the networking like? Where do you even get started? Like, how would you, let's say there's a freshman who's going to Belmont, what would you tell them about making connections?
So, it's really hard. I got the privilege of going to Belmont, where it's a perfect segue into making connections.
Right, that's already like
it's already so
first step.
I feel like get involved. Specifically, Belmont has so many ways to get involved. Like, we have this program called Service Corps that I'm in. They take kids to the Grammys every year to do red carpet escorting.
Tell them.
Yeah.
Tell them where you've been.
Tell them where you've been. No, I've had some incredible opportunities, but the opportunities that have been the most fulfilling have honestly been outside of Belmont. Not to say, like, Belmont is the perfect, like, I have had so many connections, and I mean, I can't even imagine what my life would be like without having those connections. But I've had some really cool opportunities outside of outside of Belmont, like, talent escorting and seat filling and getting to go to award shows and like red carpets and things, and it has been so fun. And like, there's so many random things. Like, I was randomly an extra in Nicole Kidman's movie. Like, there's always something happening in cities, and there's always ways to get involved and things to add to your resume. And I think just like, don't be afraid to ask people questions. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there and be embarrassing. Like, I will say it till the day I can't stand when people, like, just be silly and don't be afraid. Like, which is so hard to say. That's the stupidest. I mean, like,
it's hard.
It's so hard. Like, fear is so, like, it's scary.
As human beings, we're naturally so afraid of embarrassment.
Yes, so afraid.
Which embarrassment does not even exist. Because, like, nobody else is thinking about it.
Yep.
But you.
Yep. And the best things in life happen on the other side of fear. Like, that's a quote.
Who said that? Will Smith?
Yeah, I think Will Smith said that. I always reference that because it's great. So true.
Yeah.
Like, the best things in life happen on the other side of fear. And so just shoot your shot. It doesn't matter. Like, people, I think, like, everyone told me growing up, like, just do, like, don't be afraid and do this and push yourself. And my dad was always very, like, just, you know, don't be afraid and, like, just go up to this person. I was always so scared. And then when you step into a world in a city where there's so many people and so many industry things, like, you get very scared. Like, it's scary to approach someone. You're like, but is it, like, cool? Like, it's always an ego thing. But when you just do it and you just bite the bullet, you ask the questions, you ask to go to coffee with somebody, you ask to, like, do this, you know, I think the best way to make connections is to just ask people to get them coffee. Literally, don't be afraid to reach out to whoever. Reach out to, like, the most verified person. Tell them you're in school. Tell them you're learning. Ask if they want to grab coffee. Like, just try it. And if not, like, if it doesn't work out, like, you're learning that skill of, like, going up to people and, like, yeah. But I think there's always ways to network and connect with people if you're searching for it.
That's great. That was a great answer. Yet another great answer. Okay, a couple rapid fire questions. What has been your favorite project so far?
Definitely Jamie. It was so.
I love that song.
I think I just liked it because it meant so much to me, and it just was so real to me at the time, and it felt like such a powerful song. And I think, like, you being there at the photo shoot was so fun.
It was so fun.
Yeah. And
I'll insert some photos of the behind the scenes of that shoot because it was so fun. It was
so fun. And I think just the whole storytelling of it all, like, I wrote that song by myself, which was crazy. And I just, like, I feel like in my head, it's such a visual song. And it's, I don't know, I love it. And that's been my favorite project so far.
I love that. Okay. What's next for you? What are you working on?
So I am working on new music, which will be out soon. That's all I can really say right now, but things are in the works. Just had a photo shoot. So I'm really excited about that. But also going to be in LA next semester.
Oh, yes. Tell them what you're doing.
So Belmont has an abroad program, but where I'll be spending the next semester in LA, living in the apartments there and taking classes and doing an internship and stuff. So excited.
Awesome. Yeah. Okay. Well, we need to wrap up for time purposes. I have to go to work. Danielle,
stay tuned
if you're listening. I'm on my way.
Hey, stay tuned for part 2.
Yes, I want to tell you guys, if you have any questions for Kennadi or anything that we didn't cover that you want to hear more about, please comment, email, let me know.
Don't be afraid to be juicy.
Afraid. Yes, she wants to answer some burning questions. And I do ideas too, because I also just know everything about her life. But please ask, because whenever I'm in Nashville this weekend, this weekend, we'll be recording again, hopefully. So, plug yourself, plug your socials, tell them where they can stream your music, where they can watch you, how they can keep up with you.
Yes. So my Instagram is This Is Kennadi, and it's Kennadi. And then my Spotify is just Kennadi, all caps. And yeah, I think my YouTube is This Is Kennadi too. Just search Kennadi and you should be able to find it.
Perfect. But yeah. That's her artist name. Kennadi, all caps. You know. I'm basically friends with a famous person.
Oh, I'm famous.
But I'm famous too.
Yeah, guys. Oh, can we talk about
really quick?
That really quick. Yeah. She's famous, and she told our Uber driver that she's famous.
Oh my god. Yeah. Well, I'll go over that. Actually, you probably heard that story last week. Okay. Yeah. I'll up to you guys more about my TikTok views, but like they're going up. Yeah. Like, a lot of the videos I post now get like thousands. Yeah. And I'm like, hey.
And I'm just going to say one thing really quickly that my roommate Brielle taught me. So shout out Brielle. When not, like, she just told me this and I was like, yeah, you're so right. You are only as serious as you take yourself. And like, if you don't take yourself seriously, and you, like, good for you for being like, I'm famous, because you are, and you will be, but you are, like, it's already there.
Yeah.
And like, you really have to be cringy in order to like be successful. Like, the most successful people are cringy. Like, you are only as serious as you take yourself, and once you take yourself seriously, like, you know.
I love that.
Shout out Brielle.
Wow. You guys heard it here first. Thank you, Kenny.
You're so welcome.
For being on the podcast today, and I'm so excited to see you in Nashville. And you guys, this has been a love letter from Lakin. See you next week.
Bye.